Hey, everybody, this is Senator Fred Mills, and I'm happy to be addressing Miss Kidd's class and everybody that's involved in Westgate and at Iberia Parish. We'll find out today what it takes to become a pharmacist. And I have our moderator, Mr. Scott Mars, my trusted friend, who will ask me some questions about the profession of pharmacy, and we'll learn a little bit more about what it takes to become a pharmacist. Scott, it's all yours.
As a student, how much training or schooling is needed if I want to become a pharmacist?
Well, if you want to become a pharmacist right now, probably between pre-pharmacy and pharmacy school, it's going to take between 6 to 7 years. Probably 7 years is where you should look at. I just talked to some young pharmacy graduates, and they told me that the whole course takes about 7 years.
Awesome. So as a high school student right now, what classes should I take to prepare me to become a pharmacist?
Well, I hope you like the sciences, because that's really important, especially chemistry, physics, mathematics. I would take some accountants, because if you do go in business, it's always good to know business accounting. If there's a typing class, I don't know if students take typing anymore. I used to take that. That was a long time ago. But anything that'll give you business skills, skills in the medical field, but you really have to like a lot of chemistry, because there's a lot of chemistry involved.
What's the job market look like right now if I wanted to go into that occupation?
It's good. I mean, it's really good. There's a lot of different fields you can go into. You can go into traditional practice of pharmacy, like if you go into your Walgreens pharmacy, or in Iberia's Swallows pharmacy. That's the day-to-day practice of retail pharmacy. Hospital pharmacy is a good practice field. A lot of research pharmacy, pharmaceutical sales, geriatric pharmacy, nuclear pharmacy, compounding pharmacy, a lot of different fields. If you're an introvert, there's a place for you. If you're an extrovert, there's a place for you also.
And so one of the magic question or the magic answer to this question for a lot of people out there. So what's the starting salary for this occupation? About how much could I make a year being a pharmacist?
Depending on where you practice, retail pharmacy pays really well, especially for the chains. I would say starting salary is probably anywhere from $90,000 to $125,000. The starting salary is really good entry level for pharmacy. Hospital pharmacy, it varies according to the size of the hospital, but you can expect by just being in the profession for a short period of time to be making in excess of $100,000. The pay is really good.
Well, you kind of covered this a little bit in one of the previous questions, but I want to ask it kind of specifically. So what personality traits are needed to become a pharmacist?
It's all over the map. You know, a lot of people that are extroverts that really enjoy people and patient interaction. I would say it's more retail pharmacy. That's what you traditionally walk into your drugstore, like I said, in your Iberia, Swallows Pharmacy, CVS, Walgreens, those type of pharmacies. Some people like research. They don't want to be around a lot of people, so there's opportunities in research. Other people don't want a lot of interaction with the general public. Hospital pharmacy is a good profession also. So if you just like accuracy, you like helping people, you like making a difference in the healthcare team, it's a fabulous field to be in.
So the next question would have been, how much interaction would you have with the general public? So it kind of sounds like if you don't want to see people, you go into the hospital. If you want to see people, you go down to Swallows.
It's all over the map. It really is all over the map. So it's not one of those fields that, you know, if you want to be a broadcaster, you have to enjoy being in front of a camera. I think there's a place for you. I think not an obstacle, but you have to have a passion to want to serve people. You have to have a passion to make a difference on the healthcare team. You have to want to continue to learn, because once you do become a pharmacist, the profession does evolve a lot. So you have to have that yearning to just continue to progress and be better in your field. So there's no matter what your personality, if you have the desire to learn and succeed, it's a good profession for you.
Well, so what kind of time demand is out there for this occupation?
Well, from a time demand, once the curriculum itself is pretty demanding. I mean, you're just not going to join a fraternity and go to a party every night and have fun. You're going to have to study and buckle down and make sure this is what you want to do. Once you do get out of school, if you do decide to work in a corporate environment, it's probably a 40-hour week, so you'll have time with your family. If you do decide to open up your own business, though, and get into a regular own independent pharmacy, it is extremely time consuming, but very gratifying. So once again, Scott, it's kind of all over the map.
Yeah, it sounds fun. So, in a typical day in the life of a pharmacist.
Well, it depends the environment. If you're in a retail environment, when I was working, I do still own the drugstore and I do other things professionally. But when I was in a drugstore, you may fill 200 to 300 prescriptions a day. You interact with physicians, nurses, pharmaceutical sales folks, drug wholesalers. You have inventory control. You interact so much with the public on just giving them medical advice on what does this drug do if I take this? Does it interact with anything else? So in a day, you may make 200 to 300 decisions. So if you're a person that likes a challenge and you want a different day every day, pharmacy is that profession for you.
Well, sounds good, Mr. Mills. This is all the questions that we have for you.
Well, Scott, thank you. And Miss Kidd and your class, it's always a pleasure. I hope once COVID gets under control, I can go back and visit you at Westgate. I've always enjoyed being in front of your class. You and your students do a great job. And if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. And if anybody has any questions, just give me a call. Take care. Bye, everybody.